Hello, Namaste, and welcome to Agile Exploration Hub. I am your host Nagesh Deshpande. Today's episode going to be a very different episode from our regular episodes. Today we are going to talk about the product trap. How a product only focus can derail agile growth. So when there are organizations who focus only on product growth instead of agility, what can go wrong? That's what we are going to discuss today. So is agile only about building product faster? That's the question that we are going to discuss. Many organizations fall into this trap where they only focus on product delivery features without truly growing in agility. The result, team burnout, customer don't get real value, and agility become just a buzzword. In this episode of Agile Exploration Hub, we will speak with Satish, an agile and product and leadership coach who has led end-to-end agile implementation for many product organizations right from the discovery till the release. He explained why product obsession can derail growth, how to spot this trap, what leaders can do to balance the delivery and bring true agility. So without wasting much time, let's welcome Satish. Satish. Hey, hi Satish.
Hi Nagesh,
How are you
thanks for
doing?
having. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, so as you know, guys, we record on weekends every Monday, 8 p.m. new episode. So keep watching, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. Watch till the end. There will be very interesting discussion. So, my first question is like, what does Agile's product trap mean to you?
The product trap is, as per me, my personal opinion,
Oh,
views, okay, folks. A disclaimer before
yes,
starting.
yeah,
So,
yes,
the product trap from my side is just focusing on what the product is,
right,
which is good thing, which is a good thing required for the organization, but just focusing only on that and skipping, ignoring everything aside.
right.
That's where the challenge comes, or that's where I feel which is nothing but the product trap, what we are going to discuss in today's session.
Absolutely, very nice. And then, why there are so many organizations, mistakenly think that the true agility is the as same as product delivery.
I would like to quote the Agile Manifesto: responding to change or welcome changing requirements. That is what the organizations take that, okay, yes, Agile Manifesto is recommending responding to change. But
Right.
at what moment? Is it
Mm.
just before going to the deployment, or it just before launching the product to the market? That doesn't make any sense. Right?
Mm.
So we need to figure out and understand at what stage the risk comes from the product or which might impact the quality of the deliverables. That is where the challenge is happening with the many organizations. Knowingly or unknowingly, they are taking the Agile Manifesto statements or pointers in a different perspective,
Right.
which is indirectly causing all the challenges.
Right. And then, what are the dangers or risk that you see where organization falls into this only product trap? We already discussed few, but further we can if we go deep dive.
The main challenge is like the teams are missing the clarity
Hmm.
or they're confused.
Right.
Today, Satish is asking us to deliver this. Tomorrow, he will come and say, yes, I want this. I want X instead of Y. Day
Right.
after tomorrow, what might happen? Do we need to really work on this? Anyways, the change is going to come. So, how is it going to help? And the folks who are bringing the scope changes, they are not setting the context of
Absolutely.
why the scope change. So, I would like to quote the statement: start with why.
Why? Hmm.
Any product, folks, whoever is bringing the scope change, let the context of why the scope change is required. How is it going to help the end user customer? Only then the teams or the team members can understand and then can deliver the value as expected.
Yeah, Satish, one more thing I can see, like I want to add my views here.
Sure.
Like if a product or the product owner or manager comes with only product vision,
Hmm.
the development team only focus on getting that thing done. They're not
Hmm.
collaborating. They're like you said,
Exactly.
why is not, I am not aware of why.
Mm.
So for to understand the why, I have to collaborate. I have to collaborate with other products, other services, maybe other team members, other technical people to
Mhm.
and when people are not aware of that why, the collaboration will not happen. And the agility is main essentially collaboration. If you're not collaborating, then the agility is missing. Am I right if I say
Definitely.
that?
Definitely. So when we talk about the collaboration, right, we talk about the trio: the
Yeah,
product head, the engineering head, and the architect.
right. The three
These
amigos we
are
do.
these are the three amigos, the
Yeah,
trio, whatever the terminology we call. So these are the three folks who need to be in sync. Just because I'm the product, just because I'm the architect, we can't just jump in and say that we don't want to do this, or instead we want to do this.
right,
Suppose if I have to just give an example, just before the session, if you come and say, Satish, instead of this topic, I want to do the other topic.
right.
Maybe I might be saying yes, but if you say, Satish, because of so and so reason, if we
Hmm.
change this topic, this will be more relevant from the audience perspective. I will
Audience
say, oh,
perspective.
yes, I can understand that. Let's go ahead and do that. So there is a simple, small, effective example which we can quote.
Hmm.
Let's start with why, then go into how is it going to help the target end users.
The focus is on product, how it will impact the customers, maybe business or maybe teams.
Uh, More than the customers, the impact is coming to the teams. The
Teams,
first
okay.
step, I mean, I will go step by step. First step
Yeah.
is the impact is coming to the teams
Hmm.
because they are the ones who is doing the ground implementation, the day-to-day
Absolutely. Hmm.
implementation. Then it comes to the customers
Hmm.
because once the product is not effective or anything as such, the customers will be impacted. They might not be happy with the way the product is released or launched. Obviously, it will boil down to the business impact. Teams are getting burned out, the customers are not happy, which indirectly impact the business from both the sides, internal
Right.
versus the external.
Right. So one of the principle that we have customer collaboration. If you don't follow the agility and only
Mhm.
focus on product development, customer collaboration may impact as you are not aware of the customer collaboration, value of the customer collaboration. So that's another impact can happen when you only focus on product development. So then, can you share some of the examples, where a team was so focused on the product uh, approach, it actually impacted the agility? Any real life example that you have?
Mhm. So I can quote one of the example as part of my leadership coaching. So one of the leader, as part of our coaching, he mentioned that Satish, like my team is not happy how much ever the hikes we do, we gave, or what are the team activities we are doing, team building or anything as such. I'm not understanding what's the reason or the logic. So as part of the coaching, when we started having the conversation, he realized that the team is getting burned out because they don't have a clue of what they're going to work upon.
Uh,
Wednesday is when they have the sprint planning.
mhm.
Thursday morning, they will get the scope changes. So
Okay.
the team started getting frustrated when we know the scope is getting changed on Thursday. Why do we need to spend time on Wednesday? Instead, let's cancel or let's postpone or let's change the sequence of the sprint cycle.
Right.
They say, no, 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 we still have to go with the Wednesday calendar itself. Then where is the gap? What's the use of doing the team building activities or following up the process or the guidelines just for namesake? It is becoming namesake, but it is not helping anyone,
Mm.
right? So when the Thursday comes, they will just send a email or one single statement that yes, this is the new scope, this is the new feature, go ahead and get it done. Is the feature ready? Is the team understood that? The scope clarified? Is the
Mm.
architecture, everything is defined and ready to implement or make use? Nothing is checked. So the typical basic checks which we generally go through is not passed, not validated or not taken care. because of which the quality is going down, and obviously the team has to go back and forth. Okay,
Right.
Nagesh, can you explain the story? Or Nagesh, can you help me clarify this?
Yes, yes, I get it. Yeah.
So that way, that way, so first step, the moment we had completed our conversation, he went back and had a conversation with his product folks,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that
I-
brought in a change. It's not a overnight change, but that started bringing change from the team's perspective.
Yeah. See, I asked this question in one of my experience, to the developer rather than development team.
Mm,
If I give you the entire story with full details, capturing all the dependencies, everything, and you need to just start the development.
mhm,
Okay. But this entire activity will take one entire week or two refinement meetings, something like that.
mhm,
Will you accept that, or something which is doesn't have any details, and I'll give you on the day of the day planning day? Which one you will accept?
mhm.
So being he was very technical guy, he never imagined this kind of a situation where the entire story can be ready before I get it. So he said, "It can
Exactly.
it be done?" I said, "Yes, we have done it in past with." So for him, it was a different thing. He was advocating for it. He was ready for that.
Mhm,
But the organization culture was like that. It was they want no. We cannot spend too much time like two retrospective meetings. Like we cannot do that.
mhm,
So even though the team is seeing the value of doing refinement, adding all the details to the story, the culture is not there to support that. So now, from the culture point of view, I'm coming to my next question. How does leadership, or what kind of a role leadership play in this entire scenario?
The first step is to start with understanding w- what we want to do.
Right.
Who is our target customers? Of course,
Hmm.
as a product company, we might have done that, but what is the current scope of release is going to benefit the target customers, and how we can achieve that, how we can
Hmm.
accomplish that with the available set of team, available skill set, the tools, the technology, the bandwidth, everything considered, how we can get it done. Many times we observe that product folks or sometimes even the sales folks also, they will go and say that instead of AWS, we can get it in Google Cloud. Just like that. They don't understand the technicality, they don't understand the ground reality of the challenges, what the actual implementation might have to go through.
Right.
So, okay, instead of this, we will get it done. It's the same
Hmm.
time, same bandwidth we can get it done, but there will be a lot of unknown factors,
Hmm.
which only when we have the, at least with the architects, only when we have the conversation with the architect or the tech lead or the engineering manager, we can understand that. So leadership is role is to understand this concept first and then figure out are we on right track. We will
Right.
come up with a vision, strategy, roadmap, everything, but are we on track to go through that, to achieve that? If not, how we need to tweak, adjust, refine, and still go ahead with responding to change or following the plan.
Okay. Nice. And now we talked about leaders. Now let's say the people who in charge there, Scrum Masters, maybe
Mhm.
Agile coaches, like product coaches. Maybe we are most welcome to have product coaches in my organization. What kind of tips you will give them?
Uh, I will give you role by role if
Okay.
it is okay. So,
Absolutely. Hmm.
the Scrum Masters,
Hmm.
none of them have the clarity on what the product is, what's the technology the team is using, why we are even doing this, what is the reason the scope is planned for this
Hmm.
release or for this sprint. Without me knowing that, how can I help the team?
Right.
Whether it is a servant leader or the true leader or anything as such. So, as a Scrum Master, I have to coach the team. I have to coach the product owner also on the prioritization, on the way we define the backlog, scope, everything. If I myself doesn't know what to do or how to do, how can I
Mm.
help either the team or the product owner?
Right. Or even I
Many
can, how can I help myself also?
exactly. How can I help myself to help the team or to help the
Right.
product owner? Many times we hear that my appraisal is tagged to the product owner, so I have to do whatever he say. You're not a team leader, boss. Please. That's the thing. So we need to start figuring out how the Scrum Master should take that actual coach hat and
Mm.
coach the product owner and the team
Right.
and outside the organization also. I mean, outside the team within the organization. Then coming to the engineering managers or the leader, next set of leaders.
Yes. Mm.
Engineering managers focus only on the skill set or the capability of the team, the budgeting part and everything, but they're missing the aspects of on what reason the product team is prioritizing the scope.
Mm.
They're saying that, okay, my team has 1,000 points worth of bandwidth. So product team, you give whatever the 1,000 points worth of scope, our team will deliver. In between, if there is any scope changes, they're not ready to accept or understand. We are already one fourth or half of the release.
Right.
Do we expect the scope change? Yes, we might as the agility, but can we still deliver the 50%? No, we can't. So we need to understand that aspects and we need to still figure out how we balance out with the architects in the with the product teams. Next, coming to the product folks, they are the true business leaders who
Mm.
drive the business, understanding the end user perspective, the prioritization, defining the scope, everything. They are the backbone of the entire business. When we are doing that, we need to start figuring out who is our target customers. What is the reason again we are doing the scope? 90% most of us are we are doing it, but we are not helping the teams connect the dots. Hey, team A, you go and deliver the stories. Team B,
Mm.
go and deliver the stories, or maybe module or release train or program, whatever you call. They are just setting the scope only for that specific team.
Right.
If you ask Nagesh, your team should deliver this ladder. Satish, your team should deliver this. Only when we know what is the connection point between these
Correct.
two, the teams will get okay. Yes, we are working on this, or this is the actual outcome from the end user perspective. So the product folks should make sure not just they understand it, they need to communicate, set the context to the teams who is working on the actual implementation. So that is what we need to focus on and make sure we are not missing the connecting dots.
Right. So what kind of trainings or or coaching this these people can do? Any trainings they can you can recommend to them?
It's not about the trainings as
Mm.
such,
Mm.
because again, we know the ground reality of training, right? Any training or any course as such. No, I don't prefer the training, but
Mm.
I recommend the coaching or
Right.
understanding their perspective, their
Right.
challenges, and then accordingly we might have to do the maybe the mentoring or coaching as required.
Right.
Again, not like same thing for everyone. Let's suppose we
Ah,
have five scrum masters. Each of their context might be different. The same way engineering managers or the architects or the product folks, each of their context could be different. So some we might be doing group activities, whereas some we might be doing individual discussions or sessions.
right. So to conclude, what's your recommendation? We should
Mm,
we should focus more on collaboration. We should focus more on three amigos. What is your recommendation?
Clubbing the both
Clubbing.
collaboration and
Mm.
coordination of these three amigos,
Three amigos. Right.
which should act as a driving force for the organization to get that implementation done. So if the effective collaboration and coordination is there among these three amigos, we don't have to worry about agility. We don't have to worry about product or anything. Any approach or any process or any product we follow, it could be any domain also, that product could be successful in the market.
Great. So that was the discussion, guys. Very wonderful discussion. Let's not fall into the trap on only one practice specific trap. Try to build the agility in your product, in your organization, in your teams. So once again, from the entire audience of Agile Exploration Hub, I would like to say thank you to Satish for being such a wonderful speaker. Thank you, Satish.
Thanks for having me once again. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.